If you're going to PortAventura from Barcelona, one of these options sounds really convenient, but ends up costing you way more time and energy than you expect. I've done this trip several times, by train and by car, and in this video I'll help you choose the best one for your trip. Because in the end, the best option actually depends a lot on how you're visiting PortAventura. This isn't about saying train is better or car is the best for everyone. It really comes down to your plan, how long you're staying, who you're traveling with, and how flexible you want your day to be. So let's break it down. Train versus car, pros and cons of each option. And by the end, you know exactly which one makes more sense for you. Let's start with the train, because this is usually the first option people look at. From Barcelona, you can take Renfe regional train that stops directly at PortAventura World station. Literally, a short walk from the entrance. The biggest advantage of the train is how simple it is. No driving, no traffic, no parking. You just get on, sit down and arrive at the park. If you are doing a one-day visit, especially during busy periods, this can feel like the easiest option. But this is where expectations really matter. The train runs on a fixed schedule, and that schedule doesn't always match perfectly with when the park opens or when you actually want to leave. If you miss the last train back to Barcelona, things suddenly get a lot more complicated. You also lose flexibility. Leaving early, staying late, or changing plans on the fly isn't always easy. So, the train works best if you are visiting just for one day, staying in Barcelona, traveling light, and if you're okay with following a fixed schedule. Now let's talk about going to PortAventura by car. Driving gives you something that train doesn't. Control. You decide when you leave Barcelona, when you arrive, and when you head back. This makes a big difference if you want to arrive early, stay until the park closes, or just move at your own pace. It's also a lot more comfortable if you're traveling with kids, with a group, or staying overnight near PortAventura. Of course, driving isn't perfect either. You have to deal with traffic, parking, and being more tired at the end of a long park day. So, it's not automatically better, it just gives you different trade-offs. The car usually makes more sense if you want maximum flexibility, are staying overnight, or want full control over your schedule. So here's the real takeaway. There isn't one best way to get to PortAventura from Barcelona. Once you know how you are visiting, the right choice becomes pretty clear. Quick recap. Train is great for simple one-day trips. Car is better for flexibility, families, and longer stays. And if you're planning trips like this, we share practical guides and real experiences from theme parks and destinations across Europe. If that sounds useful, subscribe to the channel and check out for other PortAventura videos and even more coming up.